My name's Clarke Dubose. I'm 65 years old. Well, I was a head operator at a refinery in Port Arthur for probably the last 30 years. Before that, I was in the pipe department. And before that, in the labor gang. Just did refinery work, whatever they told me to do in the labor gang. Like they had a shutdown. I was on one time and we had to strip a bunch of insulation off, and dust went everywhere. We didn't know what it was. They didn't tell us nothing about asbestos. When it became known to the general public, the dangers of asbestos, is when they come out and told us about it. My ex-boss from out at work called me one night, and he told me about this Asbestos Health Line and said, you know, Clarke, you need to call because you hired on in 1971. And back in 1971, there was no such thing as a hazardous material sheet you could look at. Been out there 41 years, you probably need to call and get tested. So I got to thinking about that, and I called, and I'm glad I did. Well, I was kind of leery at first until I got to talking to the guy, and he made me feel at ease, and I said, well, I'm gonna go get tested. Well, they sent me to get an x-ray. That was in June of 2014. And then in September of 2014, they sent me back for a lung capacity test, and the doctor was there. He wanted to get a CT scan, and he come out and told me bluntly, you have lung cancer. It was like I was hit by a bus. And if it hadn't been for the Asbestos Health Line, I would not have went and got an x-ray. And like I said, I'd probably be dead now because you can't feel cancer growing in you. And it's hard to detect just from looking at somebody. You have to do x-rays and CT scans. So then I contacted my primary care physician and got the ball rolling on it, and I had the top and middle lobes of my right lung removed, but because they were like jelly from cancer. The surgeon told me he got all the cancer out of my body. The only cancer I had was on my lungs. There was none in my lymph nodes, none nowhere else in my body. It was caught early because of the Asbestos Health Line. And the cancer doctor I went to told me the type of cancer I had was very aggressive, which tells me if I hadn't called you folks, I'd probably be dead right now. They owe it to themselves to get tested. They owe it to their families to get tested. And I'm very glad I got tested. And I thank God for Asbestos Health Line.
If you worked at a plant or refinery prior to 1982, you may have been exposed to asbestos. To schedule your free asbestos health test, call 855-397-3997 today.